hilarities. If you are watching live at AlanCoxShow.com, a tip of the cap to Keniv Dewapsa for helping out today back there in the video department. Mazel tov, thank you. Your Cleveland Cavaliers are back home tonight after the All-Star break to play the Denver Nuggets. A very good basketball team. They're 41-18. I mean, when you got Carmelo out there doing great things.
No.
When you've got David Robinson.
Never played for the Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets. When you've got Dikembe Mutombo, didn't he play for the Nuggets?
30 years ago.
When you've got Timothy Mozgov playing for the Denver Nuggets.
Hasn't played for him in about a decade.
They're probably still paying him. When you've got Fat Lever playing against your Cleveland Cavaliers. Remember Fat Lever?
I don't remember Fat
All
Lever.
right.
That's a good name, though.
Isn't Nikola Jokic on that team? Jokic?
Yes. That's
the Joker?
their
He's
star
on the
player.
Nuggets, yeah?
Not DeJounte Murray. What's that? Something Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. That's the guy, yeah.
Denver Nuggets, Cavs, tonight at the Romo Fijo in Cleveland, Ohio, for a 7 o'clock tip. So 6:30 is when pregame coverage will begin here on WMMS. Speaking of basketball, a local high schooler in Michigan has gone viral for a game he called this past Tuesday night. This is Hamilton, Michigan. I don't think we have any bureau chiefs up there. It's not far from the lake. It's a small town, about 9,000 people. It's about 20 minutes east of Saugatuck, between, it's like southwest of Grand Rapids. And the Hamilton hard cases, what's the team? The Hamilton Hawkeyes. Sorry. The West Catholic Hawkeyes had just won a big game, 57-45. And they had a high school announcer, a little sophomore named Aiden Lynch. And boy, was he excited. Because on the heels of this game, this big win, there's tons and tons of bad weather coming through, right? Cleveland, Ohio, believe it or not, I guarantee you that we are the envy of the entire Midwest right now. Sunny and 56. Michigan, though, Minnesota, those states slammed with snow. And so at the end of this big win, the principal comes out and gives everybody some really good news, and this kid goes bananas.
And Lutz calls the snow day. Breaking news. Lutz just called a snow day right here at the student section. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've never seen that before. Breaking news. Lutz called the snow day at Hamilton. Woo! No school for me tomorrow. And that's the end of the game. Zeros on the clock, 57-45. Lusk takes it home along with the Hawkeyes.
Hot guys?
My name is Aiden Lynch, your sophomore broadcaster. That is the end of the game officially.
Screamed himself hoarse.
He talks with a lot of spit.
He's really worked up.
Excited.
He's got some cooks in there.
Snow day! Snow day! I could tell he's making webs with his saliva.
That's what you sound like half the time.
No, it doesn't.
You're Mr. Putting L's in words and warsh.
I don't speak correctly.
You speak regular.
I don't speak with a lot of spit.
I got you. By the way, I misspoke. That's not the principal that called the snow day. It was the school superintendent. And to make matters worse, the losing team made him go to school.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. That would have been great, though. I don't know which team they beat, but that would be great if you'd be like, you guys can stay home. You guys need to trudge your asses through 64 inches of snow tomorrow to get to school. But Aiden Lynch has gone viral for that. And I do like, though, because for a lot of budding broadcasters, if your high school has a radio station, if you're fortunate enough to have a high school with a radio station, or even at the college level, that's kind of how people get started in some areas, is doing games, calling games, right? And to hear kind of beginning broadcasters like that just emulating what they hear in big-time sports radio, it always makes me laugh. Like everything's kind of really pumped up, and they're kind of, if you're calling a game, you're not going to be monotone, obviously. But you can hear a lot of kind of the pacing of that. So he's, oh, my God, I've never seen,
Can we hear it again?
lest anyone think.
I liked it.
Aiden Lynch's call after the big Hawkeye win.
And Lusk calls the snow day. Breaking news. Lusk just called the snow day right here.
I love breaking news.
Yeah.
That's great, too.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
And the fact that he's just, like, everybody's so hyped up over the snow day. Like, yeah, the team won. But the snow day is the real star of this moment.
Yeah.
I love that.
Snow days.
Here at the student section. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I've
He
never
did say goodness.
Yeah, goodness.
Like Popeye.
Yeah.
never seen that before. Breaking news. Lusk called the snow day at Hamilton. Woo! No school for me tomorrow. And that's the end of the game. Zeros on the clock, 57-45. Lusk takes it home along with the Hawkeyes. My name is Aiden Lynch, your sophomore broadcaster. That is the end of the game officially.
The Hawkeyes is the team Poundcake heard hot guys.
Is there a picture of this kid? Because he definitely sounds like he has braces.
Well, he's also
I
a
didn't.
sophomore, so
yeah,
I'm
I
not
didn't
worried
find
about
it.
it.
Yeah, he's like 17 years old. Or, I
Probably
didn't.
younger.
I'm saying that's
16
how
maybe.
That's how I used to, now that I think about it, that's how I used to talk when I had braces. That's why he has a lot of spit. I guarantee you he has braces.
Well, I'm sure you can look up Hamilton High School Aiden Lynch and something will come up.
Yeah, stop worrying about his spit.
Oh my God! It annoys me because those people that just talk with like the web of spit at the end of their mouth, I just can't get over it.
Huh. Well, a lot of people have speech impediments, right, of some kind, one or another. The school figured that they would try to capitalize on that, and so they put out a video extolling the virtues of their school superintendent.
When I grow up, Dr. Lusk is the man that I want to become. Dr. Lusk and I are like best friends.
When I made that call live, I had no idea.
Oh, that's the kid right there.
Yeah.
He just looks like a bro. It looks like he's like way into Brantley Jordan. What's that guy's name? Brantley.
It would change my life.
That night changed my life forever.
Yeah, I've known Dr. Lusk for like my whole life.
Hello? Yes, this is him. Yeah, I'm the one that made that call. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I'm gonna need an agent.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna need an agent.
Yeah,
right.
Funny.
It's yeah. Why not? Yeah, it's small town Michigan. Why?
It's one of those
have
things
some fun
too,
with it.
where people are going to have viral moments in so many different ways now. Where it's really, you're gonna run into people like some kid that says something funny and goes viral or falls down, or you're gonna run into this kid. There's gonna be so many people out there that have moments because of social media like this that it's really bringing to fruition the whole 15 minutes of fame thing.
Yeah, Andy Warhol had no idea what he was
nailed it.
predicting.
He
Yeah,
nailed
15
it.
minutes was conservative at the but they always say every day the internet has a main character, and you don't want to be the main character of the internet, right? Somebody that goes crazy viral, usually for something bad.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is a good version.
This is
of it,
how
yeah.
you want to get known, and before the immediate backlash begins, because people can't enjoy anything for too long. But this guy, Poundcake, if I'm hearing you correctly, and I think I am, probably looks exactly opposite of what you thought he looked like.
Yeah, I guess
This guy's got like the chin strap beard and the backwards baseball cap.
Well, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, oh, it sounds like he has braces, but looking at the video,
He was just excited and
so excited. And
There's
when you
water
get
at the
excited
mouth over the snow day.
Yes, when you get excited, aren't you salivating, Poundcake? When you get excited, when you think about meeting a young man or a sandwich, don't you just get really excited in much the same way? Breaking news, my hands smell like onions.
that's after.
The guy or the sandwich?
Both.
If
If I'm doing it right.
If I'm doing it right, my hands are going to smell like onions
Get
either
some
way.
Good
So,
stank on you.
oh boy, you crazy kids and your sandwiches and your dating.
It's still there, by the way. Not uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable.
The onion?
Yep. I'm gonna go wash in the break.
I was going to say, there's got to be I don't know if it would work, but there's got to, of course, everything we have back there is in pods, isn't it? When I make tea, it's in pods now. We don't have like loose leaf or tea bags or anything.
You could probably cut it open, but there's
yeah,
I
bet you could
dish soap,
or I bet you could rub tea on your hands or something.
Yeah,
maybe
again, I didn't wash them in this break because I was occupied, but the next break I will.
Well, at the very least, just stop sniffing your hands.
I can't. They're there. they're just there. I have to sit with them crossed because I'm a kid.
They're there. But you already know what they smell like.
But I want to know if they're still there.
They are.
I'm wondering if like the sweat will take over and it just smells like, my musk rather than the onions from my lunch earlier.
I don't want to speak for my colleague William Squire here, but I have no problem not constantly smelling my hands, Bill. I mean, has that proven to be a problem for you? You find yourself always smelling your hands?
I don't smell my hands unless they smell bad, and then I will smell them more. I'm not smelling used dental floss like Stansbury.
Oh, Stansbury boy, yeah, that was.
But I mean, I'm a
pretty
gross
wild
guy in my own way. But if my hand smells bad, I'm kind of the same way where like I don't want it to keep smelling that way, so I get really self-conscious about it and just keep smelling it to like see if it's going away somehow on its own.
If you want to leave us messages on the iHeartRadio app, you can do that from wherever you are.
Alan, Nick from Barberton, took the day off. It's too nice. I'm sitting on my porch, soaking up some suds. See you. Bye.
Where is he from? Nick from where?
Barberton, I thought I said.
Alan, Nick from Barberton, took the day off.
Oh, is that what he
Yeah,
said?
I said Nick from Barberton.
Oh, there's like birds chirping and everything. Listen to that.
Spring's on its way.
Very exciting.
Now, of course, as soon as it's March, we're gonna get halfway through March. It's gonna be nice the first half of March, and then my prediction is St. Patrick's Day on. It's just gonna be cold and snowy.
God. Jason Nicholas over at Channel 19, he said March is gonna be way snowier than February was.
Yeah.
Those birds though back there
sounds pleasant.
Took the day off.
Yeah.
It's too nice.
He wants to soak up the sun.
Like Sheryl Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has some suds. Now don't get behind, I don't know if you saw this, don't get behind the wheel. See the video of the guy that tried to stumble away from the drunk driving accident that ended up killing a couple of people?
Oh, no.
Okay, so this happened about a year ago, but it's back in the news because they gave the guy 15 years in prison. This is Fort Worth, Texas. This is a guy, Dylan Molina is the guy's name. And somebody was just there right after he hit another car. That car happened to have an off-duty local cop and his family in it, and I think the cop died. And somebody was just standing there filming the immediate aftermath of this crash, and you see the guy kind of stumble. You see the car, which is like a Jeep, like totaled at this intersection, and the guy is trying to run away, and this other dude tackles him.
Crazy.
First of all, he face plants on the tree stone.
Yeah.
There's like a ring of planter stone around this tree, and so he trips and face plants on that, and this other guy tackles him.
I think you're gonna leave. You kill somebody. You kill somebody. Stay right there. You stay right there. You see what you did?
I mean, these two cars are totaled.
Yeah.
And so I guess that was like summer before last, but they just gave the dude 15 years in prison.
Damn.
Detective Alex Cervantes was in the other car, off duty, with his family, his wife and two kids. He died, and the wife and the kids suffered critical injuries. And this dude got 15 years in prison. Middle of the day, by the way. This is like...
Yeah, it's broad daylight.
Yeah, this is like Thanksgiving. I think maybe the day after Thanksgiving. He was 27. He said he had 8 double vodka cocktails within 3 hours.
Ooh.
At Fuzzy's Taco Shop. His blood alcohol was twice the legal limit. He ran a red light and hit this off-duty detective. The bartender also got charged because she didn't cut him off. So
what does she get charged with? Just
she got one count of sale to certain persons, which I take to mean somebody who's clearly visibly drunk.
How much time she get?
Up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine. It's a misdemeanor. we really don't take drunk driving, for all of our talk about it, we really don't take drunk driving that seriously in this country. We really don't. I mean, it's a misdemeanor in a lot of places. You get maybe a fine. People do it all the time.
I was gonna say, and repeat offenders.
Yeah, we've talked ad nauseum about people driving around with multiple DUIs, and so it very rarely goes this way, where like a dude tries to stumble away, because they had to go back to the security footage at the bar through the process of litigating this guy, and he was stumbling at the bar. That's when the bartender gets charged.
Although I will say, I know party plates are still a thing, but I don't see them. I've only seen maybe like 2 or 3 in my whole life. I haven't seen that many party plates.
I don't even know if I'm looking for them anymore.
I wasn't really looking for them, but I just.
But they're brightly colored, at least in this state.
Strike me as odd. I was like, oh, what state are they from? And I was like, oh, the state of inebriation. That's where they're from.
Nailed it. Another piece of video that went around too that kind of reminded me of this was from Texas. Also from Texas. Everything's bigger there. 1980s, when people were really resistant. People were resistant to seatbelts back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But those started to save lives. And then people were really resistant in Texas to drunk driving laws. They wanted to drive. It's their car.
Any attempt to restrict drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Now, the beauty of that video, if you've seen it, is that woman that's talking there right next to her on the passenger side is an infant in the front seat in a car seat facing forward. Because it's 1980. I mean, we did things a lot differently 40 years ago. That, by the way, people really need to learn what communism is.
That would take so much time for them.
Well,
they told me click
not
it or
really,
take it.
actually. Yeah, that's funny. I don't want a lot of hard days' work. What is this, Russia? I can't get in my car and drive. But again, things that at one time seemed antithetical to the way of life. Listen, I told the story years ago after we got back, one of the times we went to Austin, and I got pulled over because we were kind of in this open, we were going from Austin proper out to this restaurant in the suburbs. And so I'm zipping along, I'm in the rental car, and we're having fun. And we get pulled over by a cop. And he sidles up on the passenger side, and he asks if we have any alcohol in the car. And I say no, because we didn't. And he made it very clear that if we did, that's okay. Just make sure that you're driving the speed limit and that you're paying attention to everything. Because I told him, I go, you totally got me. I just wasn't paying attention. I was flying through there. I wasn't going 110, but I mean, I was going above the speed limit. But he made it very clear. Young cop made it very clear. He's like, well, around these parts, just keep your head on a swivel. He's like, if you do have a beverage, and it was kind of like a wink, he's like, just be careful. It's Texas in like 2020, So 1980, boy, they wanted nothing to do with drinking and driving laws. If I work 12 hours a day, I should be able to put a nice cold beer to my lips. Now, again, is driving home, having a beer, going to do anything? Probably not. Not to that guy. Not everybody can handle their high. That guy sounded like a guy who could handle his high. He seemed like he knew what his tolerance was.
Any attempt to restrict drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
I just want to take my 2-month-old baby out and have a drink and put her in the front seat. I mean, what is this, Russia?
Drinking laws they've been around for a while.
Not everywhere.
Not selling alcohol on Sundays. I mean, that's probably not a Texas thing that's ever been in place, but there's still states where just buying alcohol is a bunch of rigmarole because of
Jesus.
Yeah, all the
Commonwealth
laws they have that are tied to the pilgrims, basically.
You don't need to be buying beer on Sunday. You need to be in church, God damn it. We don't even sell beer till afternoon.
I mean, that's still a thing in Cleveland. And
you can't get it till afternoon on Sunday?
It's like after 10 a.m. or something like that. Because sometimes I'll be at the grocery store and I'll be trying to buy something. And they'll be like, oh, you got to wait till after 10. I'm like, God damn it. And they're like, well, don't say that either. That's why.